Hey guys, this is Afro Taku and, well, it's the first video of 2024, so I thought I could give you guys a recap of the year for me, my plans for this year, all while the original Steamboat Willie cartoon plays in the background. For no particular reason whatsoever. Honestly, in hindsight, this was a pretty good year, for me personally. I won't deny there were definitely awful things going on in the world, but as far as my own personal life, it was quite the step up. But for the sake of it, let's start with the bad this time. The first thing relates to something that started around the end of 2022, but a falling out with one long-term online friend kinda reached a boiling point. One annoying but small IRL thing caused me to think of all the negative points of that friendship, and it led to an incident that caused the bridge to get worse than it already was. That's the nicest way of putting it. I'm trying to maybe send something to really make peace with that friend and maybe talk to him again if it's possible, but I already got so much going on that I'm not in the biggest hurry, sadly. In terms of my job training program, this year did have some noteworthy changes that took me a while to get used to, and did remind me of the many pains of having this be the point in life that I have to be right now, as well as some noteworthy low points in terms of my art. For one incident where I brought a full sketchbook and had to resort to using regular pieces of paper, which resulted in leaving it on a break room desk for someone there to take it while I went to the bathroom. Or another case where I brought my birthday sketchbook into the bathroom in hopes to sketch during my lunch, only to leave it on a wet part of the floor, really warping it. I managed to dry it and thought up a compromise around it though. And same goes for that paper incident. There are other low points where I mistook a break for the end of a job club session, but that's about it in terms of negatives. With one exception, these were nowhere near as catastrophic as the previous 2020 years. And they certainly aren't the worst things going on in the world currently. Not even close. Now on to the positives! Yeah, that one incident with that IRL friend sucked, and mostly on me, but it's also the year where I got closer to the friends at my program, to the point that one of them became a new movie outing buddy, and managed to stay in touch with her even as she left the program. And I even did my own personal Christmas shopping and gave some of them presents. It was also the year where my Raildex fandom was reborn, as I managed to form some close friends that I was able to talk about it with. It's mostly my mom and some people on Reddit, but she suggested we could watch the franchise together, and she even saw why it connected with me at first. Heck, it was through this job program where I related to the first arc even more than I did before. There was even that cool moment where Misako was part of a death battle with Killua from Hunter x Hunter, and won! That was such a great time to be a fan. There's also one friend who I got closer through that, and the rest of Death Battle, and his constant compliments of my art, I managed to come up with 2 new story concepts, one based off my experiences there, and one that my money management coach gave me through a question of the day. And most of all, I feel like this was the year where I really improved on myself. I reached a point where I learned to let go of something that technically ended in 2020, and thus my skills in job training improved as well, to the point where my instructors took notice, and I managed to get a proper true start to my driving lessons. Disney and Warner Brothers may have botched their centennials this year, but I mostly managed to have a mostly good 30-year anniversary of myself. Yeah, I'm 30 now if you couldn't tell. But enough of that, what are my plans for 2024? Well, for one, I'm planning to bring back Afro Riffs, hopefully before Valentine's Day, which it's coming up. Although, I'm gonna need some new co-hosts. Tenchi and I reconnected recently, but he's gotten far too busy with his IRL job to really commit. And I'd rather not go into detail with the other co-host. But I am in the process of looking for new co-hosts, hopefully before Valentine's Day, so the clock's certainly ticking there. Now, if anyone in the comments would like to volunteer, just by all means, let me know. There's also other videos I would love to make, but there's also real life stuff that might affect how well I live up to those promises, like getting farther into my training and joining this organization called Exceptional Minds, who specializes in giving people on the spectrum jobs in the animation industry. So yeah, it's up my alley. So, here's hoping I live up to those promises, provided my procrastination doesn't consume me. But do I think 2024 will be the ultimate step up to the streak of bad years in this decade? As much as I want to be optimistic, there is this one looming, recurring political event that's gonna stretch out all the way until November and make the internet more annoying than usual. Oh, this is gonna be a long election. This is Afro Otaku, and here's to 2024. Bye! Wow, Mickey is such an asshole in this short, isn't he?